Hello, this is our presentation of how do celebrities perpetuate or challenge systems of class and suffering through their influence and actions. This is by Jazz Taylor, Ethan Tran, Luke Vo, Jake Wharton, Cade Wish, Sophia Worths, and Avery Zachman. For this first slide, we're talking about celebrity culture. I'll first off by defining the celebrity and culture. So culture is has diverse meanings. It often ties to like societal values and institutions. So like culture can be anywhere around the world. There's different types of culture, and in America we have our own specific culture, which is diverse, full of other cultures, whether it comes from different races and just religions or anything of that sort. For celebrities, as Daniel Boorstin says, celebrity is a person that is well known for being well known, reflecting fame detached from significant achievements. So celebrities are like they're not they're not really they they get their fame from just being a well-known person, and that just continues to go on for a long period of time. Um, we'll move on to celebrity versus fame. So, like I was saying earlier, they are famous, but some people can like achieve fame through their like genuine talent or achievements. Sometimes you don't become a celebrity just because of your fame. You could be famous for something, but you sometimes you won't be a celebrity. Celebrities often like involve broadcasting fame, hype, or superficial recognition, and sometimes devoid the meaning of accomplishments. As I was saying, fame, you're known for your accomplishment, but being a celebrity, you can have like one accomplishment and then that can just be like put to the side just because you are a celebrity. It doesn't matter what accomplishment was, but now just everybody knows who you are. I mean, it starts from that accomplishment, but sometimes it can just be looked over. The problem with celebrity culture, there's false intimacy. Celebrities sell their a connection for wealth or power. A lot of times celebrities just like they are just super fixed on their wealth and power. Some they don't really care about you can say the general public. They really are self-focused and they just are pretty much selfish people. You can say sometimes they're not, but the trend is that they are. There's an economic divide with celebrities. Most Americans earn less than $50,000 annually, while celebrities who are part of the elite group grow richer be because of the attention they get from most common Americans who make less than these celebrities. But these celebrities are usually get their money from endorsements or other things such as that. Um, Parasocial dynamics, standing culture, fans devote unpaid labor promoting and defending celebrities. Like I was saying earlier, like mo sometimes uh just these like nor like the common American, they'll go on to like any social media like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and then they'll see these celebrities on there. And usually when they see these celebrities or they go to watch a celebrity, there are some ads and stuff that they have to watch, which pays that celebrity. Um, but or just people are reposting on these social medias of the celebrity, and in that repost, it could add to that celebrity's bank account. The next point I have is that harassment, their extreme leads to bullying or real world harm, as it's seen in recent cases. Like, for example, we can even see in the Johnny Depp versus Heard case, the case was about like harassment and just abuse, and and like that situation brought a lot of attention to them, which also could have led just to their fame and because they're celebrities, and it all like just kind of there's this giant cycle that celebrities kind of live in, where they like just have these problems, and then next thing you know, they're blowing up and they could be making more money, which I mean, that is celebrity culture, is like just pretty much they are just living in this world, and we're living in their world apparently. So that's all I got. On to the next slide. Thank you.
Of the problems celebrities do face, they have to deal with paparazzi and tabloid culture. As it is a business that is solely based on taking photos of celebrities, celebrities are deified, and there's a perpetuation of class divide. As the celebrities are displayed as aspirational figures, emphasizing their material wealth, lavish lifestyles, houses, cars, and such. However, as an underside, their privacy is disrespected often, as paparazzi is incentivized to capture the most sensational shots, which most of the time include relationships, interactions with their children, interactions with other celebrities. And there's not really much protection for the celebrities, as the First Amendment allows paparazzi to take whatever and face no legal recourse. Because publishers purchase from freelance photographers, the publishers of the tabloids don't face any liability either. And there's no common law right of privacy in the United States. There's also the exploitation of vulnerabilities, as the paparazzi are incentivized to capture scandals that center on the celebrities' private lives, such as breakups, divorce, adultery, family disputes, deaths of loved ones, and other illicit activities that could get them in hot water.
While the internet has been around since the 1970s, the real advent of social media has existed since, you could argue, since the innovation of websites like Facebook and MySpace. While smaller internet forms could have exist while smaller internet forms did exist before that, the way we perceive social media didn't really start until websites like Facebook started. Even during the early days of the internet, we can see that social media sort of exists to perpetuate ideas of social class. The early days of Facebook sort of represents how the internet really wanted a website or a hub to see how one could incorporate their own cultures and ideas, independent of the direct influence of other people. This this sort of represents how the early internet culture that existed before Facebook sort of merged with contemporary culture at the time. This quote from this book called Tales from Facebook, written by Daniel Miller, talks about how the secret of Facebook's success is that it incorporated social networks or social um, social hierarchies in their life and implemented them into Facebook, which allowed Facebook to incorporate and reconstruct relationships within families and friends and allow them another way to interact with their loved ones. As new forms of media shift away from traditional methods of transmitting data over time, we can distinctly see how news has shifted from being on the TV screen to the palm of our hands. And we can see how this information isn't just from a news broadcaster, but is now from the epicenter of where the event is happening.
All right, so for celebrity political endorsements, I'm going to mainly focus on how voices of elites often commodify politics and how celebrity power often shapes opinions through spectacle over substance. From Frank Sinatra to Taylor Swift, celebrities have been shaping political campaigns for generations. And their influence isn't just about their entertainment, but it's about how powerful they can be. And when fame becomes the megaphone, it risks drowning out the voices of everyday people. While there are exceptions to this, they're few and far between. And in these next few slides, we'll explore that. So for commodifications of politics, it all stems from what those endorsing the politicians say, tweet, and do. Looking at this most recent election, there were numerous high-profile celebrity endorsements, some of which stirred controversy, with the most notable being an instance involving comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, whose comedy set at a Trump rally was widely criticized for its inflammatory remarks, including calling Puerto Rico a floating pile of garbage. This poorly executed set highlighted how public figures can perpetrate harmful stereotypes that may dehumanize minority communities. And given that Puerto Ricans are American citizens, these remarks were direct insults to marginalized groups within the United States, further emphasizing the ongoing struggles of class and minority status. This is just one example of some harmful rhetoric that can be perpetrated by celebrities when they don't really understand the weight of their words. We go on to the next slide. We can see spectacle over substance. This was prominent in 2018 when Kanye West had a meeting at the Oval Office with Donald Trump, accompanied by Hall of Fame football player Jim Brown. This meeting had a heavy focus on Kanye's self-presentation rather than genuine concern for public interest. CNN put it as covering issues ranging from criminal justice reform to North Korea to Yeezys. This interview itself lacked depth and coherence, blending dramatic gestures with scattered anecdotes, including mentions of Kanye's quote-unquote misdiagnosed bipolar issues. This emphasis on performance over a meaningful dialogue underscores how celebrity influence can detract from addressing real issues faced by people in the communities, and ultimately failed to engage with the struggles of class and systemic suffering. And this focus on spectacle over substance just overall diverts attention from pressing issues of class and suffering, highlighting issues that are trivial to the average American.
Another aspect of celebrity culture that often comes under controversy is their use in predatory marketing practices. As a recent example, in the top right, we see a picture of 3 YouTubers who attempted to launch a Lunchables product competitor, and they came under fire for targeting a very vulnerable audience of young children for making a quick dollar off of very unhealthy products. On top of this, we also see the use of celebrities in other targeted groups, such as the elderly and also the young, in TV advertisements. In particular, these groups are very susceptible to TV advertisements from celebrities who are very close in age to them. In fact, our research pointed out through various studies that there is a very strong correlation between the age of the celebrity and the level of trust a consumer would associate them with. On top of this, we've also seen celebrities that promote lifestyles or products that are not truly valid things to sell, such as various diet plans or beauty products, where while they may be an effective product, the celebrity has access to far more advanced and more expensive routines. And as such, they're selling the fallacy that the product has kept them far younger than they truly are, rather than just being able to access far more advanced healthcare plans. In contrast to that, we also saw a not so unimportant trend of celebrities using some of their power for good, whether things like TV help shows offering various services to those who may be underprivileged, although that is a separate controversial debate, as well as things like donation campaigns and sponsorships of various charities.
With all of that mentioned, it's a bit difficult to actually answer the question of whether or not higher wealth directly correlates with mental health. Even if it might seem that might be the case, it's a bit of a hard question to answer, as wealth is definable as much more than just someone's monetary value or monetary acquisition or net worth. Although studies have shown that better quality of life is tied directly to wealth or highly correlated to it, it doesn't strictly apply to mental health and wellness. For example, a 2007 study of adults and adolescents in the United States showed that wealthy and wealthier families had higher rates of Feelings of isolation, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, alcohol abuse, stress, general happiness, and dissatisfaction with their own lives. This last point might be the most concerning with this point, as it might not be as joyful of a life as it might be addressed in a lot of media.
With the advent of social media, there have been created new ways to share one's wealth. Even during the early days of Facebook, for many people, they would own a specific BlackBerry phone that would allow them to enhance their experience using Facebook because Facebook didn't have a designated app and um, modern smartphones didn't exist yet. So the biggest status symbol at the time was owning a BlackBerry, which would greatly enhance your experience and show that you had economic power on Facebook. Along with this, flex culture, while it existing before the advent of the internet, predominantly starting in 1990s rap culture, has been exacerbated to such a larger degree that you could argue that current flex culture is sort of synonymous with how we view the internet and social media. The internet sort of exacerbated a pre-existing culture to the point where it's everywhere in our modern society, and it will probably continue existing. This has led flex culture to not just exist in the US, but also in other countries, leading it to become a more well-known aspect of internet culture as a whole. It isn't simply just celebrities flexing. It's now the average person trying to leverage how much they are worth and showing it off in social media. This can lead to the desire to show how much money one can spend, and which has in addition led to gambling culture being exasperated as well. This has along with this, modern celebrities will buy certain cars like the Mercedes G-Wagon or the Lamborghini Urus or in order to get tax write-offs while also being able to display their wealth. This has led to online creators renting mansions in order to create online courses that help scam people as well, due to how prevalent flex culture is and the desire to show off wealth to other people and sort of reel them in into their own scams.
All of this being said, celebrity culture bleeds into class and politics through parasocial relationships or non-reciprocal socio-emotional connections with media figures such as celebrities or influencers, and sometimes even politicians. These effects have been amplified through the use of social media, but they were seen in tabloid culture. Social media makes parasocial relationships with any type of celebrity a lot more accessible, and the general public sees and hears the opinions of celebrities more than that of their own household members, according to the American Time Use survey by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Celebrities can help people form one-sided emotional attachments through their social media presence, and using that, they can shape societal standards. They represent a lot of wealth and success, and by publicizing their lifestyles, people strive towards those lifestyles. And so when they see celebrities living these lives, they tend to either idolize the celebrity or resent them, leading to increased tensions between the public over these celebrities, such as during the 2024 Met Gala, when people argued a lot online over whether or not it was something that should still be occurring throughout, especially during our current socioeconomic status and issues, as well as an impending recession. Politicians can also create the effects of a parasocial relationship through emotional bonds, leading to blind loyalty. On the bottom right here, we can see a tweet by President-elect Donald Trump, and this can lead to reduced critical engagement with their policies and can reinforce class divides through people arguing over money and what their perception of policies through what the politicians have shared online.
So for our Create project, we decided to do a parody of Imagine. This is inspired by an event during the COVID-19 pandemic where Israeli actress Gal Gadot posted a video of herself on Instagram along with a bunch of other celebrities singing a cover of Imagine by John Lennon. And we decided to camp the style a little bit, and yeah.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you're broke.
No trust funds or millions, just working till you croak.
Imagine all the people struggling to survive. Yeah.
Imagine there's no problems while sipping on my wine.
No way to die from COVID, just a pull to ease my mind.
Imagine all the people traveling the world just fine.
You may say I'm out of touch, but I'm not the only one.
From our mansions and penthouses, while the homeless sit in the rain and sun.
I'm sure you can.
Lots of greed and no hunger. Just lots of jam.
Imagine all the people flying their private jets.
You may say I'm out of touch, but I'm not the only one.
I know you'll never join us in our worlds of endless fun.
So yeah, there's our create activity. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now onto our sources.